Do not let one bad season convince you that nothing good is coming. Do not let one closed door convince you that every door is closed. Do not let one person's rejections become the voice you use to define your future. You still have reasons to hope.
Searching through my past, trying to free my soul. One truth at a time, letting every story unfold.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Who Am I podcast, where we pause, reflect, and refocus. But before we get into today's midweek motivation, let me check on you really quick. And I'm not just checking on the strong version of you, not the polished version of you, not the version that keeps telling everybody I'm good while quietly wondering how much longer you can keep going. I want to check on the part of you that is tired, the part of you that has been fighting silently, the part of you that has been smiling through pressure, the part of you that has been praying, pushing, believing, trying, and still feeling like nothing is changing. Let me ask you something real. Have you been close to giving up? Have you been thinking, I don't know if I can do this anymore? Have you been carrying disappointment so long that hope feels hard to reach? Have you been showing up, but deep down, you are exhausted from the battles? Take a deep breath. And ask yourself this question. Am I tired because it is over? Or am I tired because I have been fighting for something that still matters? So here is something to think about, my friend. What if quitting feels tempting? Not because you're weak, but because you are closer than you think. What if the pressure got heavier because you are approaching a breakthrough? What if the part of you that wants to give up is not the real you, but the tired version of you? Because tired will tell you to quit. Pain will tell you it is pointless. Disappointment will tell you nothing is changing. Fear will tell you there is no use trying again. But just because your feelings are loud does not mean they are telling the truth. Today's episode is No Time to Quit. And it's because of this. Your story is not finished just because this chapter is hard. You may be tired, you may be frustrated, you may be disappointed, you may be worn down, but you're still here. And if you are still here, there is still purpose in your breath. So welcome back to the Midweek Motivation on the Who Am I podcast, where we pause, reflect, reset, and we refocus and become who we were created to be. And today we're talking about endurance. We're talking about resilience. We're talking about hope. And I want to speak to the person who has been quietly wondering if it would be easier to just stop trying. Maybe you are tired of starting over. Maybe you are tired of praying and waiting. Maybe you are tired of being strong. Maybe you are tired of people not understanding the weight you carry. Maybe you are tired because you have been giving your best and still have not seen the results you hope for. See, this episode is not here to shame you for being tired. It is here to remind you that tired does not mean finished. Tired means you need strength. It means you need rest. It means you need a reset. But tired does not mean quit. So do not make permanent decisions from temporary pains. Do not make permanent decisions from temporary pains. See, when you are exhausted, everything feels heavier. A bad day feels like a bad life. A closed door feels like the end. A delay feels like denial. A setback feels like proof that you should stop. But pain has a way of exaggerating the moment. It makes you believe that how you feel right now is how you will always feel. But that is not true, my friend. See, this feeling is real, but it is not final. This season is hard, but it is not your whole story. This delay is frustrating, but it does not mean your future is canceled. You have survived hard days before. You have walked through storms before. You have made it through moments you thought would break you. And somehow, some way, you're still standing. So before you quit, pause. Before you walk away, take a breath, breathe. Before you give up, ask yourself, do I need to quit or do I need to rest? Because sometimes we are not called to stop. Sometimes we are called to recover. So resilience is not built when everything is easy. Resilience is built in the fight. Let me say that again because that just made me happy. Resilience is not built when everything is easy. Resilience is built in the fight. It is built when you keep going with the tears in your eye. It is built when you choose hope even after disappointment. It is built when you take one more step even though your legs are shaking. It is built when you say, I don't know how this is going to work out, but I am not giving up on myself. That is true strength. That is true strength, my friend. Not the kind of strength that never gets tired, but the kind of strength that gets tired and keeps choosing life. The kind of strength that falls, breathes, get back up, and tries again. You may not feel strong right now, but endurance is already working in you. Every day you keep showing up, you are proving that what tried to break you did not win. Every time you keep moving, even slowly, you are building evidence that you are more resilient than you realize. Do not despise slow progress. Remember, slow progress is still progress. It is still movement. Small steps still count. One more day still matters. So let me encourage you for a moment. Hope is not denial. Hope does not mean that you pretend everything is fine. Hope does not mean you ignore the pain. Hope does not mean you act like the battle is not real. Hope means you believe that the pain does not get the final word. Hope says, this is hard, but it is not over. I am tired, but I am not defeated. I do not see the full picture, but I can still take the next step. Hope is not weak. Hope is brave because it takes courage to believe again after life has disappointed you. It takes courage to dream again after something did not work. It takes courage to try again after you failed. It takes courage to keep your heart open after it has been hurt. And today I want you to protect your hope. Do not let one bad season convince you that nothing good is coming. Do not let one closed door convince you that every door is closed. Do not let one person's rejections become the voice you use to define your future. You still have reasons to hope. So you have to remember why you started in the first place. See, when quitting starts to look attractive, go back to why you started. Why did you begin? What were you believing for? Who were you trying to become? What dream stirred in your spirit? What purpose kept calling your name? Sometimes the pressure of the process makes us forget the promise of the beginning. Sometimes the pressure of the process makes us forget the promise of the beginning. We get so focused on what is hard that we forget what is meaningful. We get so focused on what has not happened yet that we forget how far we have already come. You are not where you used to be. You have grown, you have learned, you have survived, you have matured. You have endured things that could have taken you out, but they did not. That counts for something. So do not quit just because the process got uncomfortable. Do not quit because it is taking longer than expected. Do not quit because other people do not understand. Do not quit because you are tired today. Do not quit because you may not be seeing the results that you were hoping to see. Rest if you need to. Cry if you need to. Pray if you need to. Pause if you need to. But do not quit on the version of you that is still trying to be born. Let me say that again. Do not quit because you are tired today. Rest if you need to. Cry if you need to. Pray if you need to. Pause. Pause if you need to. But do not quit on the version of you that is still trying to be born. So take one more step. Take one more step. You do not have to figure out the whole journey today. All you need is just one more step, one more breath, one more prayer, one more try, one more conversation, one more application, one more episode, one more page, one more day. Sometimes victory does not look like a big breakthrough. Sometimes victory looks like not giving up today. Sometimes victory looks like getting out of bed. Sometimes victory looks like choosing peace over chaos. Sometimes victory looks like asking for help. Sometimes victory looks like saying, I am not okay, but I am still here. That is not failure. That is not failure, my friend. That is courage. And if nobody has told you lately, let me tell you, I am proud of you for still being here. I am proud of you for still trying. I am proud of you for surviving what nobody saw. I am proud of you for continuing when quitting would have been easier. Keep going, not because it is easy, but because you are worth the fight. You are worth the fight. So take a deep breath. Inhale. And say this with me. I have no time to quit. Say it again. I have no time to quit. I may be tired, but I am not finished. I may be delayed, but I am not denied. I may be hurting, but I am still healing. I may not see it yet, but I still have hope. I will take one more step. I will not give up on myself. And just take one more breath. Let's take one more breath together. Release all the stress, all the worry, all the confusion, all the doubt. Take another breath. See, that breath is proof. That breath is proof that you are still here. And because you are still here, your story is still being written. So listen and hear me clearly. Listen and hear me clearly when I say this. You have no time to quit. You have no time to let one hard season make you surrender your whole future. You have no time to let exhaustion make decisions that hope needs to speak into. You have no time to let fear convince you that this is the end. You have no time to give up on the person you are becoming. You may need rest. You may need rest, but you do not need to quit. You may need support, but you do not need to disappear. You may need healing, but you do not need to surrender your hope. See, this chapter may be hard, but the book is not over. This moment may be heavy, but your purpose is still alive. This season may have stretched you, but it has not destroyed you. This has been your midweek motivation, reminding you, do not quit in the middle of the storm. Do not quit while you are tired. Do not quit before the answer shows up. Take one more breath. Take one more step. Hold on to hope, because the same strength that carried you this far can carry you through what comes next. So before we move forward, I want you to pause for just a moment. Take a breath. Wherever you are, whatever you're carrying, this next part is for you. Let's speak life over ourselves out loud if you can, because what we say in this moment has the power to shift how we walk into the rest of our day. So let's begin with our affirmation. I am not defined by my past, nor limited by my mistakes. I am growing, learning, and becoming who I was created to be. I have values beyond titles, roles, and expectations. I choose honesty over fear and growth over comfort. I am allowed to change, heal, and evolve. I walk with purpose, clarity, and courage. I am becoming more aligned with my true self every day. And who I am is enough. So as we close today's episode, I want to thank you for taking this time for yourself. If something you heard inspired you, challenged you, or made you pause and reflect, please don't keep it to yourself. Share this episode with someone who may need it. Invite them into the conversation. See, this podcast grows when we grow together. I cannot do this without you. See, we grow together through shared stories, honest reflections, and real connections. Every listen, every share, every conversation helps create a community rooted in purpose, rooted in love, rooted in hope, rooted in faith, rooted in trust and truth. So until next time, keep reflecting, keep becoming, and remember, you matter. This is the Who Am I podcast, and let's walk this journey together.
Who am I? Yeah, I'm more than the pain, more than the pride. Who am I? Who am I? Walking in purpose, no mask, no disguise. This is my voice, my rise, my life. Welcome to Who Am I?